Hi, it's Stephen here from Sound of a Nation Wave, and this is day 12 of the October daily draws. So as we start the weekend, let's see what message we get. And I'll be taking the first card from the Ghost Tarot, followed by an Oracle card from the Seasons of the Witch, Samhain Oracle. So, let's use our first card and get the reading underway. There we go. There. And it's the Lover's card. What are we going to choose to commit to? What are we devoting ourselves to? This is a card of choice, but a choice of commitment, a choice of what we're going to dedicate ourselves to in the long term. This is not just some shallow, temporary, transitory, superficial, momentary commitment that's going to be over in a very short space of time. No, this is a deeper commitment. This is a more long-term commitment. This is more of a far-reaching choice, and thereby it's one that needs to be considered and not entered into lightly. We need to make sure that we carefully consider the implications of our choice and our commitments before we make them when they're of this nature. So if we're facing something like a long-term, what we're going to dedicate our lives to, what we're going to, in general, what's going to be our sense of purpose. We've been talking about our life purpose or the next phase of it. And we need to understand what it is that we're pursuing and the nature of the commitment should we choose to follow that particular goal or life goal or sense of purpose that we've identified for ourselves is what's involved in that, and are we prepared to do what's involved in that and to meet the requirements, to meet the responsibilities. We have to be willing to take on those responsibilities and fulfill those requirements in order to be able to enjoy the rewards and the blessings of that commitment. So the question for us is, what kind of things are we devoting our lives to? Are they the right things? Are they the important things for us? The things that match our sense of purpose out of our true selves and what we're being called to do in the next phase of our journey? Or are we committing ourselves or choosing the things that we feel we should be committing ourselves to, or we feel that we should be doing, rather than the things that we are genuinely the right things for us? What's influencing our decision? So we need to carefully consider and be discerning and be prepared. And as long as we know and are prepared to fulfill the responsibilities involved, then we can then be free to make the choices and the commitments and devoting of our energy and our life path to. So, and obviously this is going to be different for each of us. It's not going to be the same things. We could be some similarities, of course, but whether it's to another person, whether it's to a particular job, whether it's a particular subject or sense of life purpose, vocation, or whatever it is, before we make that commitment, let's understand what's involved and what our responsibilities for, as well as what the benefits are going to be in return. So it's all about choices, devotion, commitment, and how devoted and prepared for that devotion and commitment we're going to be. So that's what this card is asking us to consider today. Okay, so let's see which oracle card we get to go with that. pumpkin. Getting up to that time of year when pumpkins are going to be very relevant later this month. And with the pumpkin card here. And it says, uncaging the spirit within, the fertile power you hold. To taste your buttery velvet upon tongue is a gift I shall cherish each day that comes. Right. So it's about releasing that spirit and fertile creative power within, which takes devotion and commitment. In order to fulfill our life purpose, there is a sense of commitment and devotion that we will have to put into it, particularly if it's a long-term commitment that we're doing. It's not going to be happening overnight. It's a process. And to release that creative power within, it takes time, commitment, devotion. And if we want to have that creative, fertile power to create the things we want in our lives, we need to understand the nature of the commitment required and the devotion required to the practice of nurturing that creative power. And we need to be ready and prepared to give that energy and to give that those fulfill those requirements. And if we do, we'll enjoy that creative power from within us. We'll enjoy that and benefit from our creativity. But we need to understand what we're committing ourselves to beforehand. And I think that's what the message of these cards is today. Okay, so that is today's message. I'll be back tomorrow with day 13. Until then, thank you for listening. Take care, everyone. And I'll see you all again very soon. Okay, bye-bye.